Hello, year six, sorry. We're self-aware, lesson two. It's Tuesday, the 2nd of June, and here is your lesson for today. So we yesterday reflected on our experiences so far. Today we're going to be aware of our surroundings. Part of being self-aware is actually taking that time to just sit and be and know where you are. It's really grounding. So we're going to be using our senses today and just be aware of what is going on right now. I've got 4 activities for you to do today. You can do all 4. You can pick and choose. I'd like you to at least do 1 or 2. They're not hard. And wherever you may be, there's a bit more to do if you want to as well. So challenge number 1, we're going to just sit where we are and close our eyes. So when you have finished this, pause the video or stop the video, go and just sit, take 5 minutes to close your eyes and just listen. What can you hear around you? Now, I did this a little while ago. I jotted down a few things that you can see on the right. So there was quite a noisy day. There was a lawnmower, there were people working outside on the scaffold across the road. The radio was on in the background as usual. My children were talking, they were watching the television. But above all that, there's lots of birds. I don't think I've ever taken the time to listen to so many birds in my entire life that I have in these last 10 weeks. I could also constantly hear that gentle hum of my laptop showing me that it's on, that it's in front of me, and that has become a significant part of my workspace over the last couple of weeks. So once you've done that, just have a think. Are there any noises you've not noticed before? Is it loud or quiet? And then if you would like a challenge, to write a descriptive paragraph of your surroundings. So I did take the time to do that, put it into a descriptive third person. So I'll just read that out to you because I know it's quite small and you might not be able to read it. She closed her eyes for a moment and let the familiar sounds flood her ears. In front, the gentle hum of the laptop, her lifeline to school, reminded her that there was work to be done. There was always work to be done. Outside, the birds teased her as they sang happily, chirping along to their favourite summer tunes. A radio was playing in the background. The announcer, who felt like part of the family now, reminded her that there was an outside world still. And I did stop there. I could have kept going. So that's your challenge today. I'd love to see some descriptive paragraphs of just what it feels like around you. Okay, so let's move on to activity number 2. Okay, with a pen and paper, set a timer for 5 minutes and just doodle, just draw, just see what comes out from your mind onto that piece of paper. Do it for 5 minutes, put some music on in the background if you want to. I've got some ideas here of doodles that I have just pulled off the internet. I didn't do this one, but some of you might enjoy this. Just take that time, be quiet, be still, let your pen just do whatever it wants to do. So what did you draw after you've done it? What did you draw? Upload some pictures for us. That would be fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at number 3. This is quite a funny one. Take a smell tour around your house. Okay, and I said avoid some rooms for obvious reasons. We won't need to go there. So just take a smell tour. Go into every room, take a sniff, see what it feels like. See what you can smell. What's your favourite room in the house to smell? I know what mine is, definitely, is the kitchen. We got a new coffee maker for our birthdays, and now my kitchen just always smells like freshly grounded coffee, and it is one of my favourite smells. I also love that room because we do lots of cooking in there. Best rooms, worst rooms. It's really funny because we have been in this house for so long and we've been cleaning it every single day, but there are sometimes I walk in and just go, oh goodness me, we need to open the windows and let some fresh air in. Out in the garden, it smells like dust and dirt because my kids are constantly digging up and making piles. I've got tomatoes out there growing, and if you go up close to those, they've got a really lovely smell on the leaves. Do the smells remind you of anything? Definitely, whenever I smell that coffee, I'm back in the coffee shop, and I think that will be the first place I go once I'm allowed, once they're open again. So take a little smell tour of your house and write down some of the things that you smell. Okay. Activity number 4 is a writing, and we do need to do some writing. We cannot let this skill that we worked on lose. So I would at some point this week like you to write a description for me. We can use some prepositional phrases. We can embellish and be creative with your words. And I have got a description of my current working space. Two things I'm mainly focused on: my brown dining table, which my laptop sits on. This dining table we have had since Stu and I first moved in together, so that would be nearly 10 years, and it has seen its better days. Um, there's also where I sit, there is a window to the back garden, so I can always watch what's going on in the back garden. So I've tried to put that into a nice creative words for you, which again I'll read because it's quite small. So the old brown dining table had seen better days. However, it has now become an integral part of our daily routine. Each night, Charlotte sets it for dinner, choosing who sits where and then laying out the cutlery. This has quickly become the part of my day I look forward to the most. It signals the end of the working day, and it is our time to enjoy eating together as a family. The window in front of me faces our garden, which at the moment is bursting with green. I'm growing tomatoes, strawberries, cauliflower, broccoli, and garlic. Purple, of course, flowers are blossoming in the distance. It's a great view, though sometimes I wish I could be out there more. Okay, so that is my space. That's what I'd like you to do, and I look forward to seeing what your workspace looks like, feels like, smells like, um, and take that time to just be in your own space.